I've got nothing good to talk about. I've got zero good things to talk about. Nothing at all. No material to work with. I am just spitballing today. I mean, I spitball all the time. All I do is spitball. If you looked at me on an average day, you'd just see me shooting spitballs at the wall. That's how much I spitball. I spitball a lot. Huge spitballer here. Alright? But today, like, I actually have nothing. Like, usually in a video, I'll start out with a topic or something fun. You know, a good conversation starter. But today, it's just fucking empty. Void of anything. We are in a bottomless pit right now, people. Falling. Falling with no end in sight. So, I'm really just curious to see where this video takes me. The reason, if you must know, the reason I have no material to work with, the reason I can't really talk about anything, is because I haven't really talked to people today, you know? Most of my video ideas come from conversation topics that I had, you know, during the day I recorded the video. You know, like if I had a interesting conversation with someone, I'll bring the topic to the video and then discuss it with you fine people. But I wasn't talking to people today. The reason I wasn't talking to people today was because I was wired in. Wired in. You're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell does wired in mean? You just told me he's wired in. What the fuck does that mean? Is this guy a robot? Listen, you ever seen the movie The Social Network? You ever seen that one before? I haven't either, don't worry. I've never seen The Social Network. However, I have seen TikTok clips of that movie. If you don't know what The Social Network is, it's that movie that's about Mark Zuckerberg. The Social Network is basically a movie that was made about Mark Zuckerberg. But there's this one scene, this one clip that I've seen from the movie, where it has Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg, you have Andrew Garfield as some guy. I don't know what character Andrew Garfield played, but I'm just going to refer to him as Andrew Garfield. Then you have this one other random-ass dude in the scene. And Andrew Garfield, he's really pissed. He's very angry, because he's just been screwed out of a deal of some sorts. They contractually fucked him or whatever. They made him sign a document that was, like, he didn't read all the way, and the document screwed him. He was mad about something like that, okay? And he was charging Mark Zuckerberg. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, he was wired in. What does that mean? I really have no clue, but he was basically sitting at his computer with his headphones on, and he was, like, looking really deeply and intensely at the computer. And his friend, the guy who was standing there, the guy who I said nobody knows who he was standing next to Mark Zuckerberg at the time. And as Andrew Garfield was charging Mark Zuckerberg, the guy said, "Stop, Andrew, he's wired in." He's wired in. Nobody knows what that meant, but just given the context clues of the scene, you kind of just see Mark Zuckerberg there with his headphones on. He's deep in the web, he's doing something, he's completely lost and entranced into what he's doing. So that's what I'm defining being wired in as, just like deeply in the cyberspace. I was deeply in the cyberspace today. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how the scene ended, Andrew Garfield took the computer, fucking smashed the computer, so he wired Mark Zuckerberg out, and then he said he's gonna sue him, so that's how the scene ended. Nobody smashed my computer. I was on my computer today deeply, but nobody smashed my computer. I was wired in, and I never got wired out. I'm wired out right now because I'm talking to you. Technically, you fucked me. The only reason I'm wired out, it's your fault. It's because I have to relay information to you, but I digress. The reason I was wired in today is because currently I'm trying to learn how to code. I'm trying to learn computer science. I'm trying to learn how to code in Python. That's what I'm trying to do. Why, you might ask? Because it's cool. I want to try it out. Let's see where this takes us, you know? If you know how to code, it seems like a somewhat useful skill. I don't have an end path. I don't know where I'm going with this. But hey, if I do it, I mean, I know I can do it. I can learn anything. That's something I recently discovered about myself. I can learn anything if I put my mind to it. If there's a will, there's a way. So I'm just gonna learn how to write in Python and do that shit. I know a lot of fucking... Python has something to do with AI. I know that. There's like... Fucking... Don't ask me any more questions then. I'm an amateur. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I made like a mini calculator though. I made a mini calculator system on Python where I basically made something that said, like it asked you for two numbers, and then it asked you if you wanted to add, subtract, divide, or multiply them, and then it would calculate it for you. That's why I did it. It was a very basic thing, but like I was getting into it, and it took me about 5 hours to do that because I really did not know what I was doing. Setting up the coding software, whatever the fuck it's called, an interpreter, that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part of the process, but it took me 5 hours to make that little thing, but I was so proud of myself. Patted myself on the back and all. It was a good feeling. And now I could feel a little proud of myself. I'm not done yet, though. I wanted to record this video just because, and I was going to get right back to it, so after this, I'm going right back to the grind. It's 9:22 at night, I'm not going to bed until 3 a.m. Just had myself a Celsius a couple of hours ago, so I'm really going to be hardwired in. I'm not going to be wired in, I'm going to be hardwired in. It's going to be fantastic. Fan-frickin-tastic. You see, would you look at that? I began this video by saying I have nothing to talk about, now all of a sudden I have everything to talk about. I went on a minor impassioned speech right there about hope for my future, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. But that's basically... That's it. That's all I have for this video. That's all I have today. I mean, I told you I have nothing, so that's all I'm giving you today. Anyways, thank you for your time.